know of 3 guys that got out because they were asked to go to another school and they didn't want that. And they said, I want out. This is what I wanted. And they actually let them go, you know. I don't know if they still do that.
I mean, the contract, it kind of, it amuses me a little bit when, you know, these guys are getting nervous about the contract, because the contract's out there to protect the individual as much as to protect the Army. You know, all these professional athletes, you know, what they think, they got contracts too. So if they get hurt, you know, they got their contract, they still playing for, you know, whatever team they're playing for. For us, it's the same thing. The Army expects something out of you. Nothing's free in this world, Roland. You know that. You know what I mean? We're not giving you all this training. We're not
pain.
We're not paying you all this money for you to, you know, not do anything.
No, so
you're gonna get a job with us, but if we don't uphold our part of the bargain, you know, if we can't, I've only known one person, and it was a mistake that was done. He was not qualified for the job that he got, and when he got to basic training, they let him know, hey, sorry, you know, we goofed. You weren't supposed to be able to get this job.
Sure.
And they gave him the option. You can change your job, or you can get out. He didn't like any of the jobs they showed him, so he got out.
Let me ask you something. Isn't there a program out there where you can get paid every month while you're going to college? Isn't there a program where you carry, it's like you're enlisted, but you're, you know, and then after you get out, after you graduate from college or whatever, now you have to give them so many years. It's like West Point.
ROTC,
you know,
any school that
is that what you're going to do?
Yes, I did that at
What college are you going to be going to?
Once I move permanently down to Texas, it'll be University of Texas, San Antonio, and they have an Army ROTC program.
Oh, yeah,
you've got it all laid out, huh? You've got it all planned.
See, that's the thing is with the reserves.
Most people don't do it.
You can double dip it because she'll be getting her reserve benefits, and then once she contracts into the ROTC, she get the money from the ROTC. She still fulfilled her obligation with the reserves, so she gets her money from the reserves.
Who's paying for this?
And they'll pay me E5.
You are, Roland. Your taxes. Your hard-earned taxes, Roland.
Oh, we better revisit this whole program. All this money to defend our country?
Absolutely. We want the best of the
best. You know how I am. You know, I kid around, but I was telling you that one time somebody will come up to you and say, you know, this country owes you a lot, and I'm sure Soares would say the same thing. Country doesn't owe us a thing. You know, if you won't fight for it or serve in it, expect somebody to try to take it away from you. You know, we don't have the draft anymore, and I'm, you know, I'm familiar with the Israeli army, and 18 years old, your bags are packed. When you're 17, the next day you're 18, they have a party for you at the house, and you're gone the next day, and you report in. Excuse me, tank commanders are girls. Tank commanders. Females in the Israeli army serve in every capacity. There's no such thing of, oh, well, we don't have females in combat units. They do, and some of them are in big, top-notch leadership positions, you know?
Absolutely. I mean,
what's that general? We got to, I watched her get promoted, by the way. I forget her name.
General Dunwoody.
Dunwoody. Yep. I watched it one night on the History Channel or Discovery. It was most impressive. She's the first 4-star general in United States history. She gets her own flag with the 4 stars. She was quite a lady, I got to tell you. She joined, and this is what she said. Her father was in the audience. She joined only for a couple of years. In 1975, as a 2nd lieutenant. It was not her intention to stay in the Army. And she's now a 4-star general. She's in charge of all materials.
Logistics,
yeah, logistics. That's her job. 4-star. You know, when they look at a 4-star, you don't look at the gender. You're looking at the 4 stars in there, you know what I'm saying? You know. So what do you expect to get, like, from this program? What is it that you expect to get, as opposed to what you're going to put into it?
Well, it's significantly faster. The training that I have, after I go to boot camp, I have 24 weeks at Fort Sam, and then I have an additional 22 weeks where I have to go, and it's essentially an internship. Then I just work at one of 12 hospitals in the country.
Wait a minute. The Army is going to send you to a hospital in the country?
Yes.
An Army hospital?
Hospital.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that's part of your training. That's incredible. So, what's the story with University of Mass? Are you all done there?
Yes.
All right. So now you go to basic.
Correct.
And then you go down to Fort Sam Houston.
Yes.
For how many weeks?
24 weeks down there.
So you do that phase in that hospital.
Correct.
And then they They
then
put
they
you
can
out.
put me in
They
one of
call it
the-
an internship.
Mm-hmm.
So the Army puts you in one of the hospitals around the country.
Correct.
And then after that,
After that, I go back down to Texas. I will resume my studies at University of Texas, take up ROTC there, go to college, contract with ROTC, graduate, get commissioned. Want to go to U-Shoes Medical?
Yeah, that's another thing she can do.
I'm stunned.
Because she completes her 4-year degree, and then she can apply, because she is in the Army, she can apply to U-Shoes, which is,
Uniform Services.
I'm gonna butcher it. I don't remember the acronym. Basically, it's the Army's medical school, which is sponsored by Johns Hopkins. So she can go to medical school for free.
They pay for all your
Yes.
books, pencils, and stuff
Everything.
like that. They pay for everything.
Absolutely.
What a country.
You just got to get into it. You know, it's
What
a very
what an
it's a very
opportunity,
competitive
huh?
school. You know, she's got to do well in school. She's got to apply for it. She's got to get accepted. But
Holy
it's,
Toledo.
you know, I mean, we do. It's just like West Point. You know, and you can get a grand education
yeah.
over at West Point, all paid for.
Yeah, but
it's competitive.
Don't
you
they
know?
graduate from West Point as engineers?
No.
What do they graduate?
West Point was an engineer school when it was first founded, back in early 1800s. But now that's our military, that's our Army Academy, where you can come out of any branch when you go to West Point. It's based on how well you perform. The higher you are in your graduating class, the #1 pick you get. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So,
So tell us about your husband. He's in the Army?
Air Force.
He's in the Air Force.
he's in the Air Force.
Air Force.
I don't know.
Air Force. Where's he stationed?
Lackland, down in San Antonio.
So you're going to be able to see him from time to time?
Yes. That is the goal.
Well, that'll be nice, yeah. Lackland, what's he do?
He is, oh God, it's something. I feel horrible. It's something with computer cryptologic systems,
Figures, right?
network.
Brains marries brains.
can't-
Figures that.
can't
you know.
follow it.
We got two guys in Swansea. Chris Sampson has a Ocean Grove tire and vehicle repair. He's got 2 sons in the Air Force, and they've been to Afghanistan. They've been to Iraq, and we made them members of the Air Vets where I'm at. And I think he's going down to visit them. I forget what area. They're in Wyoming. It must be one of those silo jobs, you know. You drive by a mountain and there's 40 nuclear warheads underneath the mountain or something like that. I don't know. But I mean, he's got 2 sons that are there. So, and they love the Air Force. I'm going to tell you a short story as usual. I was going to join the Air Force. 4 of us were going to join. The day that I brought my papers down to the recruiting office, there was an Army recruiter there. I hiss when I say that. He said, the Air Force recruiter ain't here, guy. Can I help you? I said, no, I got my papers. Why do you want to go in the Air Force? He said. You know what? He said, you strapping kid like you, you would look, you'd make a great military policeman. And now, he flips out the books. He's flipping through. I'm looking at all these pictures, right? The MP, directed traffic, another MP, right? You know, they didn't tell you about combat MPs, by the way. Those are the guys that live in the woods. They're nothing but 11 Bravo boys, right? Anyway, he's got a picture of an MP. Oh, boy, I said, that's for me. I always wanted to be a policeman. That's for me. Well, anyway, the Air Force guy come back, and I said, I'm going to go in the Army instead. Not a problem. Not a problem, kid. Go ahead. That's what you want. He said, so my 3 buddies, I think 2 of them have died since, but one of them's still around. What do you? They went to Sampson Air Force Base in upstate New York. Nah, I'm gonna. God, I don't know. You might be sorry. Nah, I'm gonna be a military policeman. They guarantee me that, right? I'm gonna go down to Camp Gore, Georgia. All right. Years go by. 40 years, almost 50 years. I don't see any of them. Well, one day, I bump into Kenny Machado, who's, God rest his soul, he's now dead. And Kenny Machado, we're down at this club, the Liberal Club. So Kenny Machado was, oh, hey, Kenny, how you been? He looked the same, except he had a lot of gray hair. But he had hair, unlike me. He had it. So anyway, how you doing, Kenny? Oh, Roland, it's been so long, So we chit-chatted, and threw the breeze back and forth. So anyway, he says to me, I said to him, where did you guys end up? Oh, he said, we ended up at the Sampson Air Force Base. I said, yeah, that was from basic.